We're streaming now. The stream is picking up in a little bit. Perfect. Restream is showing. And I guess we're started.
It's been like a month and a half or two since we did one of these.
A lot. A lot has happened. We've gone through a lot of different pieces.
Well, we've done a lot of little shit. I'm not sure if I'd say a lot's happened, unfortunately.
Mainly just in our own lives.
Yeah, I guess.
A lot comes together in order to make a podcast.
Or not, in the case of this, it seems.
Welcome to Poor Massive Damage.
Look at the camera, but speak away from the mic to say the name of the podcast. That's a tip. That's a tip for you.
You know, we may be just amateurs on this, but we know all the best tips of the trade.
We've got the inside line. You too can be jobless and not making money on YouTube if you listen to this podcast.
Oh yeah. Be the best hobo you can be. Like.
Well, you're on the top of your list, so how about you go into your months?
Oh, sure. I can address all the fantastic trash I've watched and read.
Well, you're saying it's fantastic. I don't know if I'll go that far.
No, I don't think you ever would. But it is certainly Domestic Girlfriend is the best telenovela I've never seen.
I don't have a taste for drama. That's the real problem.
But it's such a good pizza. It's just wonderful there. You know, from moment to moment, it never lets things drop in terms of interest. You'll go from writing trying to get on the right writing career to talking to this hostess club who used to want to be an actress that fell through, and then the main character pushes her to go talk to this boy that she never managed to talk to, and she goes off into the town to do so, but he's actually dead, and the roller coaster never stops. So it's quite a fascinating.
The fact you did the thing that I do sometimes though. You were watching the anime and you're like, this is too slow. I have to read. I have to get it in the vein quicker.
Oh yeah. No, the anime had me like, this is some good spice, and I was actually prepared to just keep watching week to week. But then I saw someone talk about the review and went, yeah, the manga's even better. So I went, yeah, just fuck it.
Well, I watched that fucking thing with you and the video of Gigic where he's like, wow, it's spicy. But you know, the manga has these things called 0.5 chapters, which contain a lot of
porn. Yes. Yeah. Uncensored
no,
are always still great.
Sorry, no, I'm wrong. It's not sex. It's plot.
No, I will actually confirm that there's very little plot going on in those 0.5s. It is just
a lot of
extra spice.
Plotty plot, okay. You got some spice in her hair.
You know, you went in, you ate that ghost pepper burrito, but then you went, I don't know if I'm quite finished yet. Let me just get an extra dab. Just the last dab there. That is when you finish your hot wings and you go,
I'd almost go along, because of the nature of it actually having sex in it, and manga generally trying to stray away from that shit. I wonder if this was actually originally created online, like as
like a webcomic, a webtoon sort of thing?
Some shit like that, yeah.
I know the sort of thing you mean.
Because generally, I mean, I love Berserk, and that has like 2 sex scenes in it, and those are all like from like fancy angles and like body shots and just like trying to avoid drawing junk.
No, and a lot of manga will do that when they're trying to build a kind of romantic piece there, but
well, usually if you're drawing dicks and tits in your manga, do it for one of 2 reasons. One, because you're making hentai.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I haven't made it yet. Or 2, you're just an edgy, like, under 30-year-old who's like, I need this. This is for me. This is not for anyone else.
Yes. There's a few artists who, even in their non-porn works, they still do that pretty harsh. Like, yeah, good old High School of the Dead artist.
Well, I mean, that guy is like most mangas in that he can draw like 8 people, and all his dudes look the same.
Yeah.
All of them look the same. Even the fat guy looks like the main character, but just they gave him glasses. They gave him glasses, and they bulked him up. No,
I think he can draw 2 male characters. Give him that.
I don't know. No, most of the males in that fucking thing are slender, like stickmen who fucking do look all the same. They just get mild facial change.
No Rufus.
You get glasses and you get glasses. That's how we define you. And all the ladies are like, well, I'm big. I have really big boobs. Well, I have really big boobs. Oh yeah. Well, I'm a nurse and I have really big boobs.
Yep. I'm not going to deny
I'm
that.
I'm a Wally, and luckily the artist will not sexualize me. They'll just give me a dog.
Yep.
So I'm safe, I guess. Cool.
Well, better than the Made in Abyss artist.
We don't know that. We know that, but we don't know that.
We don't know that for sure. No, that's the Rurui Kenshin artist. That's we know for sure.
I forget where I heard it somewhere, but apparently the reason he didn't go to jail is because he also one of 2 things. He might have ratted out some other people, and the fact that he it might have just been that weird Japanese thing where it's like
they just take kids gloves with it.
What? No, where it's like that thing where because Japanese is lower age limit thing.
Oh, it was like closer to age of consent sort of thing.
It was shit like that. It was like
some of it they couldn't get him on the clear conviction.
Well, no, by the laws of Japan, it might have been legal. And
some of it, depending on how young the girl was. Yep,
But I don't know. I'm still not really. I haven't watched Rurui Kenshin or read it, and I'm feeling like maybe I won't.
I watched a little bit of it, and the thing is, I actually wasn't interested enough to keep watching it.
Well, I hear the thing that's the best of Rurui Kenshin is Samurai X. And for people who are listening, because Alex told me, we just talk about things that we just assume people know about. Rurui Kenshin is a manga about samurais in Shonen Jump,
and specifically with a ginger.
Ginger with an X on his face who has a sword that doesn't cut.
Yes, because it's a reverse blade.
Well,
so it injures people instead.
But there was a court case a year or 2 now where some no material was found in his house and all he got was a fine. Fuck.
And that came more just we heard another podcast in which someone was recently given 15 years for possession small amounts of cocaine. Was it not 15?
He was not arrested. He was
just scrubbed from.
He is scrubbed from media. He'll never be allowed to act again.
Nope.
Anything that he was in will be retroactively destroyed or edited.
Yep. So he basically becomes a social pariah because he sniffed a little bit into his nose. Versus, So that's good old difference in laws between Japan and Western countries here.
I don't know. There's some moms I know who would probably agree with that opinion. Like, whoa.
I don't know. I would rather have. I'd rather find my child with cocaine than find them in an online porn video. That's for sure.
It's like that thing. What is it that was making the rounds to piss off everyone? Where it's like the rapper lady. And everyone was
Cardi B,
yeah. And they're making comparison videos with her and
Bill Cosby.
I'm like, both of these are crimes. I don't know why it's a contest. They are both crimes.
Yeah.
Stop trying to be like, well, she was just trying. I don't care.
Yeah.
It's a crime. Don't we live in a just society? It's a crime.
Yeah, but we also live in an evidence-based society, and nothing will happen to Cardi B unless someone were to come forward with evidence. But again, like any other assault case, it's, hey, how long has it been? Years? Yeah. Not much is going to happen, and I would rather... I'm a good old firm believer in the justice system of I'd rather let guilty people go than punish innocent people.
I'm, what's the word? But people are all white knighting, and I came to speak.
Oh, yeah, it's...
Because, of course they're all white knighting for her. Well, he's a rapist. Well, yeah, but the reason you're all white knighting for her is because you like her music. It's the same thing with, like, this. I haven't talked about this. Like, I forget how it came up, but on YouTube they were like, or not on YouTube, on Twitter they were like promoting Michael Jackson, and they're like, yeah. And then I went in the comments. I was just because it was right after the HBO special came out, and I was like, I wonder how this comment section will be, and people would be like, fucking no. Like, people were like, no. And other people were like, you don't understand, Michael Jackson's the best. I'm like, I get that he made really good music, but you still have to, like, now take in this new information and kind of reassess your opinions on things. Like, you can still say he's a great artist.
Yeah.
But you still now are aware of new things.
I suppose I just don't... If I'm enjoying the music, I compartmentalizing the music because it's more about how the music affects me rather than what the artist did while he wasn't doing the music. Because while the artist was recording the music, they weren't doing anything else. They were in a studio recording music.
No, I get that, Cameron, but like I'm a firm believer that knowledge cannot when you know something, it affects you.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm not saying like I mean I don't like that thing with Kevin Spacey. Like I think Kevin Spacey's a really good actor, but I'm kind of his career is fucking murdered.
Oh yeah,
but like
then again, the thing is, I'm a bit better at compartmentalizing that. So I would still want to watch Kevin Spacey's movies or watch.
I still Seven is one of the best movies ever made, probably. Yes. But I just mean like in the case of
that accusation,
like the Michael Jackson one, it just bold-facedly like it really struck me in a way where it's like they were barely even the people who were like Michael weren't even really acknowledged. They're like, meh, he probably lied. I'm like.
Yeah, I don't hold people in icons like that, I suppose, I certainly would respect Michael Jackson less as a person. I just don't interact with Michael Jackson or converse with people about Michael Jackson in terms of the person of Michael Jackson versus the music of Michael Jackson.
Like I'm not. Yeah.
When I think about David Bowie or something else, it's like I'm not going over. Hey, Ziggy Stardust was a really fucked up thing.
Well, it was though. Even to him, he's like,
"Oh yeah,
I don't really remember doing most of that shit."
Yes,
that was hot.
Yeah, but it's like again, Ziggy Stardust doesn't factor into a lot of me enjoying David Bowie's music. I enjoy David Bowie's music because it elicits something within me. Mm-hmm. So,
but I'm not saying to like judge a person based on their actions. It's just their actions will inherently make you judge their.
I would say you can judge people based on their actions. It's just how much impact that has on your daily life.
I was more so just thinking about the idea that like it's just more like I think it just bothers me when people are like don't even acknowledge something.
No, definitely. And
that bugs me.
Yeah, and you shouldn't let your admiration of someone blind you to their failures and their.
I wasn't saying you shouldn't enjoy Michael Jackson songs. I'm like Thriller is a really good song. Although what was the one I like more?
What did you say? I think Billie Jean's better than Beat It.
I actually feel like there's another Michael Jackson song I like it better. It's just Thriller's the one that was like been marketed to fucking hell.
Yeah.
But just like the absence of like acknowledging things, I hate that.
Yeah, no, you can't. There's no point in denying the truth there. And
so like they're trying to slander his image. It has been some years.
Well, again,
there's not much left to slander. There's a lot to dig up and potentially make his career blah blah blah.
I'm a big fucking annoying pretentious asshole about this, but slander means you made something up.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Well, they're saying slander.
Oh yeah. I know, but the fact is they're wrong because slander means that they fabricated it. There's also that's also the big difference between slander and libel. Is libel's written and slander's spoken, and in this case, you know,
I guess false representation.
Yeah, that all comes down anyway in terms of courts of law. And did he get retroactively charged with that? Or?
No.
Okay.
No.
Then, yeah.
No. This all is just from that Netflix special where it's like I haven't watched it myself, but
there's a lot of circumstantial evidence which is very hard to ignore.
No, people
and
two
also testimonials.
Two people who had what do you call it?
Non-disclosure agreements.
Non-disclosure. They broke them
Mm-hmm.
for this.
Didn't break that.
So my mother thought enough to call me about it. I'm like, oh,
wow.
okay, woo. Whoa.
Yep, I'm muting that. Don't worry about that. That's... Oh, fucking... There we go. That didn't get included on...
Sheesh. Went on a very long tangent here. Go back, snap back onto your timeline.
Oh, that was just spicy. No, that's fine. I wanted to actually go on a little tangent on spicy.
Okay, go on.
One little thing. Oh, and we were watching Hot Ones. And
yeah,
we watched Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, what a coward!
No, he wasn't a coward. He was a bitch. There's a difference.
Not to me.
He did it. He did. He ate all of those wings, but he was swearing all the time, and he could not handle that spice.
He like got to the, I think it was 6th or 5th wing. Like, that's not the hottest wing, guy. It's not. And he's like shooting lemon juice in his fucking mouth, and just like, oh my god, it's fucking worse. Oh my god, I hate spice. It's like, whoa, man. Isn't his major French food? I guess French food isn't generally spicy.
No,
it's mostly
no.
butter.
Yeah,
you should definitely watch that.
Yeah, no, it's a fun time watching Hot Ones with Gordon Ramsay. He's got some interesting stuff, and he shows you how to do scrambled eggs properly.
Well, it's freaking the fuck out.
Yep, while his mouth is on fire. Now, there's some good spice. The only other stuff I've got is fucking horrible weeb shit.
I miss hot pepper gaming.
Oh yeah, all I actually do know of that is watching Woolie's one foray onto that.
Where he burned his fucking asshole out. Was it Matt on there? Yeah, I think Matt also did one in there. And Pat was like, no. And the channel doesn't exist anymore because either it was very expensive or it was very popular and they just decided to pursue their own project. It was weird.
Is the channel still online to see the videos, or is it? Yeah, it's just
dead. They just decided we're over. I'm like, why? I don't understand.
They
like,
just
I'm not saying
see a future with it, or what? Yeah.
I didn't feel like they ran it into the ground. I feel like it was just it existed and then it stopped somewhat prematurely. Unlike things like Epic Mealtime, which
you really fucking wish.
Guys, you need a change in direction.
Oh yeah, at this point, you know, they're making giant bags essentially, and the last one we saw was like them stuffing fast food into just a giant burrito. It was like,
oh no, that's super old.
Yeah, okay.
The modern ones are like weird project shit. Like it's like we're gonna try and make a Halloween themed. I don't know. I just don't like the current directions that. I mean, I think I unsubscribed years ago, and I very rarely unsubscribe from channels.
No, I remember you showing me stuff though, and yeah, their older ones are like manageable and
they are food.
Silly but manageable, and like the team is actually one person is managing to eat it all.
Well, some of those things they had the team eat, but like those were food you could like put in the fridge.
Yeah,
those were like not. Well, a lot of the food eventually became like a mismatch of so many fast foods that it's like, if you were to eat this, the taste would be lost and you would just be tasting like the meat sweat.
Yeah, it'd just be disgusting. Actually, talking of eating lots of food, but it actually being good, I was just watching the latest of that little Japanese girls who manages to take down huge amounts of food, the Yukiko Nishita.
The fucking demon.
Yep. Although I do really want to make what she made, just not in that quantities. She made layered crepes with ham and cheese and bechamel sauce, and then baked it. And I'm like, I really want to make that. Looks really tasty.
What else?
Well, there's been certainly on my day, or not my day, but since last time, been playing Metro Exodus, which is the newest expansion, the newest
You finished that, right?
game. Yes,
Yeah.
I did finish it.
You've played all the Metros?
Yes, I played Metro Last Light, Metro 2033, Metro Last Light and now Metro Exodus here. And this is the...
None of the storylines thread through, right? Because I heard there was aliens or some sort of dark presence Cthulhu shit.
There is aliens. And it's not quite Cthulian. When
I say Cthulhu, it just means
there's
eldritch dark shit that you can't really comprehend.
Yes, there is a big idea of these are just aliens that are beyond human comprehension, and they are trying to communicate with humans, and in that way they're fucking turning them insane.
Well, that's every eldritch horror.
Yeah,
like you can't comprehend what's going on there.
And there's a lot of cool other supernatural shit going on in that, which was a cool element of Metro, which this game just fucking no, piss off. We want to have our open world with bandits and very little else.
No, we want to have an open world because open world. Even though they're more like sandboxes.
Yeah, they're basically self-contained sandboxes. 1, 2, 3.
They're like mini Ground Zero, Phantom Pains, or they're just like the size of Ground Zeroes.
Not quite as small as Ground Zeroes, maybe 2 or 3, but not as well densely packed. So imagine if you just took Ground Zeroes and just splashed it out and spread everything out there. So yeah, no.
Ground Zeroes is a Metal Gear game.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, that's fine.
We talk about stuff as though people know it. It's like
Metal Gear 5, Ground
we eat a lot. We eat a lot of media.
There's a lot of different shit that we go into, but yeah, they did a huge amount of expandability and change on the weapons, which was interesting. But in that system that they made, they took away the one most interesting system.
Destroyed the bullet economy system.
Yes, which was hugely impactful in both of those games, in both of the first games.
Well, I heard it was like the defining feature that really sold the universe to you.
Yes, and it was a central part of the universe as well, because it dictates all life that happens in the Metro, because this very, very high accuracy, high load, and clean ammo is used as a critical part of everybody's daily life, because defense against the monsters that are not only the aliens, but also every other supernatural creature that comes up from the radiation and those. You need the best equipment that you can muster.
It's a really good way to encourage you to learn levels and melee and stealth kill people. I know.
In the levels, yeah, there's a gameplay element to reserving these rounds as well. But even just from a story building aspect, it informs you so much about the people of the Metro and how they have to live their lives, because everything is built on scavenging and preserving the best equipment.
Yeah, well, that's going to go to the point of the idea of having bullets be your money kind of encourages you to try and develop a world that's not just all the enemies have infinite bullets, but you don't. And it creates the idea that you have to produce a world where it's it has to be more lived in. People have to wear body armor because they're still afraid of getting shot, but perhaps they're more afraid of getting their head hacked off because you might not have any bullets in that gun. The only mechanic that I think that Metro could not produce because games aren't really there yet is the ability to hold people hostage with your empty gun.
Oh, that sort of thing, yeah.
Because there are 2 games that kind of had that ability. Last of Us had a weird bullet system where you can only hold 6 bullets in your fucking gun. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
And there was another game, I can't remember what it was, but you were you travel on a bridge or you were trying to get from one city from one city to another, and bullets were really expensive in this world. You got 8 bullets in the whole game.
What genre is this?
I can't remember what it was, but it's yeah. The gun in the game, you can hold people hostage with it, and it can be empty. It's so weird.
The thing is, the only other hold-up mechanic I know of is in Metal Gear. Because team communication in that game, your enemy's team communication, is vital. So holding them up before they can alert someone is the most useful thing. Especially in something like Peace Walker, where you can just run through the levels, just hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. You never have to fire a shot. And there's actually the training missions where you're just given a banana and that's all you do. But I love spending time in Peace Walker, doing everything I could to make sure I held up every single person. A, so I could recruit them, but also B, just because it was fun.
Oh, it's really fun to just run through all the missions in the game with a banana. Peace Walker's the worst Metal Gear game. Well,
fuck off. No.
You all played it in the wrong mechanics. It's too, like, anyone who played it on the HD thing, it's really easy on there.
Oh,
yeah. They gave you a second analog. Of course it's easier.
Instead of the shoulder buttons, yeah.
But, like, I'll never shut up about this. The plot is great. The mech designs are...
I like
4 out of 5 of them are great.
I like Z.
I think Chrysalisk is... or not Chrysalisk, Cocoon. I think Cocoon sucks.
Pupa, yeah.
Cocoon is the tank thing.
Yeah, the first one you
No, the big ship.
Oh yeah, okay.
I hate that. I think Pupa's fine. It's just Shagohod, but I'm like it's a mini Shagohod fight.
Yeah, cute little
Chrysalisk is a helicopter that I don't know how it flies, but whatever. It's a change up. I just don't like Cocoon because it's just
it's just a giant tank.
It's a giant gimmick.
It's a big dumb tank. Yeah.
Yeah. Peace Walker, both forms, really cool. Zeke is cool.
Yeah.
If a little bit masturbatory to Rex.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I get that.
But it's cool because you can make it like really fuck you in the mouth with how targeted. Yeah. That being said, all those helicopter missions go eat their fucking shit.
Yeah. Especially if you want to S rank.
Yeah.
With that you S rank, you smoke screen, and you mine. Oh no, you do hold ups, because then you can
if you're doing that right, you should only have to shoot the fucking pilot of the helicopter.
Yeah. But especially on the custom shit,
you're fucking perfect luck, and I hope you have an hour to waste.
Yeah, basically. Although you'll do it, like especially in the tank ones, those are so much easier and funnier because you do the hold-ups on all the teams,
I know.
And then they get run over.
Run those motherfuckers over as long as you're behind the tank. Because if you hold someone up and no one finds them and tells them to get up, they're basically there forever now.
Yep. And if the tank manages to run them over, you don't have to rescue them. And that wasn't you killing them, so no loss of S rank.
I love those helicopters and tanks that have 80 people inside.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Those APCs, yeah. It's just like, keep unloading. It's like, what the hell?
I feel like those were never ran through any kind of proper testing. Because, like, even if you were to get the Fulton rocket launcher, the
Fulton mines.
The Fulton mines, and have all the Fultons on you.
Yeah.
There are some of those missions where people have to fucking die.
Yeah, you have to kill them with the tank, otherwise you can't finish it without getting alerted, yeah.
Like, those feel like literal pack filler. If these were cards, those are pack filler. It's like, I know you were trying to get up to like 180 or 150 missions in that game. No.
It's pretty cool. Still, those are... thing is, the actual vehicles you do get for beating those missions aren't that interesting using them in outer ops, because it's just like, just throw like 7-8 tanks at missions and win.
Hey, remember that tank that was really hard for you to get? Yeah, it stomps like a motherfucker.
Oh well. Yeah, for the other stuff I've been playing, I did some local events and played Splatoon 2 in tournament, and oh boy, I am just terrible.
He's going to nationals, everybody.
I wish. No, I can't touch anybody. I helped a little bit. I was helping sub on a team.
But you're like baby leveled. You're like level 25.
No, I'm 17, and I'm not even 25. And there are people who are like 189. I'm like, Jesus.
Every day they play. Every day they are pounding.
I had team members who have NFC tags. They had basically compatible tags instead of amiibos, so that they could change equipment on the fly. So they were going into a new level. They would have customized equipment ready for that mode and for that level. So, pretty top tier stuff. I did to buy some tags, but I'm just kind of interested in fucking around with them because it seems interesting. Yeah, I'm going back to another event next week, so that'll be some fun. We'll see how that goes. I'll probably just play about... again, it's probably sub in for a team if they need it, but otherwise watch the events, play some more Tales of Vesperia, and just enjoy himself. Yeah, it's a good time. Talking about other games on the Switch, I was playing Tales of Vesperia. Still. Because it's still a very good game, and I just haven't been dedicating much time to it, but otherwise, still going through, and Switch is a great platform to play it on, because just pick it up and go.
Are you remembering anything that's new?
That's changed in the remaster?
Yeah.
Not yet, no.
I mean, it's been a hot moment since you played it on the Xbox.
Well, it would have been. I actually played it right before I moved into this place, so.
Oh.
About a year ago.
Well.
I didn't get all the way through, but I got a fair amount of distance through. I actually stopped playing because I had missed a flag for a certain mission that was going to happen. So I'd gone too far to do that secret mission. Because there's one thing I'm trying to do in the game as well is there's basically secret flags that you can unlock, especially during boss battles, by taking certain actions.
Mm-hmm.
And these are secret missions. So basically I'm trying to get those through on and do every single one of them on my playthrough, which is a little difficult because the last one that I had to do was there was an attack where the boss was doing a healing move, and I had to use a character that I hadn't used before that had no upgrades and use a specific move of his that set off a bomb.
Oh, you're talking about
interrupt.
Some Duel Links dumb shit.
Oh yeah, challenges like that stuff, which is it's
his character you're never going to use. You better use this one ability of theirs that you only get at level 50 and they're level 1 right now. Yeah. Just in case, because it's what they would do in the plot.
Yeah, basically. So dumb, interesting but kind of frustrating and annoying stuff like that. So yeah, that's been a good part. And while I was playing that, I managed to avoid playing Breath of the Wild because it's very big. And
I don't even know why you're putting this on here. As I said, you shouldn't even talk about it because you barely put hands on it. I haven't even put hands on it because I feel no urge to play it at the moment. Yeah, it's very big, it's very wide, and it takes forever to get anywhere. It's a giant sandbox in which I'm really having a lot of troubles getting momentum with it and just keeping with it. I feel like whenever I attempt to play it, I'll probably fucking hate it, unfortunately, because I don't like unstructured sandboxes generally. That's why I can't play GTA. I fucking hate that. The thing is, I managed to do enough of the story missions in GTA to manage to keep an interesting thread going. Yeah, I have tried. I mean, I tried with 4. Did you do it with Saints Row, or did you play I played Saints Row 3, and I gave up on that as well. No, it just don't grab me. I mean, well, you like Metal Gear 5? I'm like, yeah, because I'm a fucking big Metal Gear fan. That's enough of a hook to keep you like Sleeping Dogs? I'm like, yeah, because Sleeping Dogs is this amazing polished game that was revived from the dead. Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I really like crime dramas like that as well. I actually played Sleeping Dogs because at my old apartment, it was in my aunt's basement. She was holding her son's shit. And one of the things was a couple of PS3 games, and one of them was Sleeping Dogs. I'm like, I don't really like GTA, but I might as well try this game, whatever. And then I beat it completely. And I was like, oh, that was a good game. Yeah. It was fucking good. Did you play any of the expansion stuff? Like the Year of the Snake? No. Oh. Year of the Snake, setting up for that sequel, we're never getting. I know. Still. Or there's the Karate Island, which is a big old parody of like every Bruce Lee film ever made. Or there's the Halloween one with all the Jiangxi in it. The ghosts and fucking crap, yeah. Big fun, dumb stuff. Yeah, that's been what I've been playing. You've been reading some Western comics, Mr. Sir. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes, I have been reading a lot of Hellboy, Lobster Johnson. The fuck is Lobster Johnson? Fucking the best part of the whole story, and that's why I'm going to build up to that. Perfect. And Bureau for Paranormal Research and Development. I also read Sledgehammer. Yeah, Project Sledgehammer. And, was there any other ones? Oh yeah, I read Witchfinder, but fuck that. Witchfinder is pointless. So, what are the best parts about the Hellboy comics? Everything to do with nothing to do with Hellboy. Because I tell this to everyone. I hate it. I hate it so fucking much that every time Hellboy shows up, it's like, your ordained destiny is to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, there's no stakes then. There's no stakes. Because if he fails, kickstart the apocalypse. So he's going to succeed in this
Isn't that basically Raven from Teen Titans as well?
Well, Raven is more like she is a door to summon multi-dimensional Satan, basically.
Yeah.
But, I mean... that's just part of the course for fucking comics in general. There's always one world-destroying doomsday event gonna happen, and usually the crux of those is like potentially killing the character could cause it, or.
But for Hellboy, for every fucking mission that he's on, if he doesn't win,
yeah, it's always like, I will now use you to kickstart the apocalypse. Embrace it, my child. Do it. Rah, rah, rah. The only story that I really liked of his is where he meets Morgan Le Fay, and he finds out he's the great descendant of bastard son of King Arthur.
No.
And there's a character who's like, okay, so this storyline hasn't resolved itself in the comics that I've read yet, but like they're like, there's this fucked up blood witch that wants to start a war between the magical people and humans. You should totally take Excalibur over there and use it to because if you pull it out, you are the king of England, and you can summon all the ghosts, the noble ghosts of England, to fight those magical motherfuckers. And he's like, I'm not sure if I should trust you, Morgan Le Fay.
Yeah.
What do you get out of it? And she's like, if you pull it out, it totally helps prove my legitimacy as fucking Arthur's son.
Yeah.
Or
descendants. Yeah. No losers here.
I really liked Abe, but the comics have really ran him into the ground with the idea of like, it's hard not like it. He was the only character. It was really cool when he didn't know who he was on the crew. He didn't know.
When he was a mystery. Yeah.
Well, no, like when he's a mystery, and when he's a mystery himself, because like we know where Hellboy comes from. He comes from hell. Or another dimension of evil, or whatever. Roger is a homunculus. They know how he came from. Liz, she was just a person who is born with fire powers for some reason. Klaus, he is a human spirit medium who, well, he was astral projection. His body got fried, so he's a ghost. But he's not a dead person. No,
he is just a consciousness lost outside.
Yeah. But Abe is just like, yeah, they found me in a tank. And then they go on to like establish, oh, he was this and that. I'm like, oh,
the last descendant of a long-forgotten race.
No. Well, no. He was a 16th century sailor who touched some sort of eldritch egg that churned him into the Fishman and erased all his memories.
Okay, and nothing interesting happened between then.
His wife also had like a nervous breakdown in the past and became a vengeful ghost. Well, not a vengeful ghost, but a ghost who couldn't let go.
Yeah,
and his buddies, who are also researchers, live in these like diver suits that have been keeping them alive for the last like 400 years.
Wow. Okay.
And and then recently it was like revealed, it's like, you are the ultimate evolution of the frogmen, but you're like 1,000 years evolution of them. I'm like, no, just make him a fishman. Why the fuck does he have to? You're turning him into Hellboy. You're making him a preordained individual.
Of huge significance.
I hate that.
Just like,
can't people just be victims of circumstance? Can they not
just make the best of what they've got?
Can they please not be just? Or I hate fucking Destiny in every conceptual story because it just ruins. It just kneecaps a character.
Yep, it's just like, this is the path that you're going to be set on. The only one that we dictate, instead of leaving the door open to do a whole bunch more interesting stuff.
Like, that's the only kind of cool thing about Hellboy is like they keep saying, you will rule, but like now that the Excalibur thing is there, that means that he could. That is a way to twist the story.
So he could technically
he is king in another form. Yes, he doesn't have to be the king of hell.
No,
he can be
a
king of England. Yeah.
Yes, and I suppose in that way you can do it. The oracles weren't wrong, but they misinterpreted it.
Fuck you, Oingo. Or is it Boingo?
One of the two fuckers.
Fucking fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I read Witchfinder, which is in like a. It's set in like early Victorian London.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's that good.
Oh, okay.
But it has some characters. The one I have really enjoyed and is now over, unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
is Lobster Johnson. Lobster Johnson is a 1930s to 1944 vigilante. He wears like I want to say like a pilot's outfit, like with a full set of goggles and everything.
Right.
So pre-World War II, he was defending New York from mobsters and supernatural alike.
Okay.
But he has no powers. He's nothing.
He's
just a man. His main gimmick is he has a big old lobster claw on his chest, and he wears a full body blue suit thing, and on his hand he has like a little lobster claw as well. And he burns that into people's fucking foreheads after he kills them. And he's just gunning down mobsters and fighting shit, and he is constantly running into magic shit he doesn't care about. He's like, I'll just kill it! And he's fucking great.
So he just gets his shit kicked in and then just manages to push through at the end and fucking kill it.
He keeps destroying Nazi plans.
Well, without even just trying. He's just like, I don't care about whatever shit you got planned. I'm storming in and killing everyone.
He is a little Batman-ish in his... But he doesn't know everything. He's just knows where to be and how to push people.
He uses his silver tongue to get them all wound up.
And then he actually dies. He not in the Lobster Johnson comics, but he does die in the 1940s during stopping a Nazi space program. But then he comes back in Hellboy. Like I'm reading these. I just read all the Lobster comics after I had already read about him being a ghost.
So it kind of.
Well, they were created after.
Yeah.
But they're great because, like, when he's a ghost, he is now more powerful because he is fighting. He's fighting ghost Nazis and shit.
Oh, jeez.
And all sorts of dumb fuckery. Like, it is just him dying was perhaps one of the best things to happen to him
because that made him unstoppable.
The last time I saw him in the current story is he was possessing Kraus, but they try to put his soul to rest.
Oh.
And so they bring him back to the castle where his body is buried. And they're like, "Oh, Kraus, you're back," because he was possessing him, and they didn't know where. But they're like, "Oh, so did he manage to pass on?" And then it like cuts up to like it's just fucking Lobster just punching the shit out of ghost Nazis, like a big fucking mound of them, like the Doomslayer.
Yeah.
And Kraus is just looking up. He's like, "He's happy. He's happy. He's happy." Just eternally murdering Nazi ghosts. Now he's like, Lobster is like, I'm like, I don't really care to watch the new Hellboy movie, but I heard Lobster be in it. I'm like, that boy is good. And he's not morally great. He will gun down, like, there is a mobster who is, like, a constant threat in most of them, and then, like, near the end, Lobster takes his wife out of, like, a mental institute to, I don't know, lure him out. And due to the circumstances of that guy going, like, crazy, Lobster just fucking shoots him.
Wow.
He's like, no, justice! I'm like, you're crazy, Lobster, but you're still likable. Fighting Nazis. He works with the real guy. There's another story called Sledgehammer 44. Sledgehammer, which is a program that's probably going to become more important in Hellboy if I keep reading it, which is the ability to access Vril. Vril is like the energy that created the universe. Okay. It's basically like the strongest thing. It's like what Hellboy's hand is made of.
Oh, okay.
So he can just like pop motherfuckers just by pointing at them essentially. But it's like a sucky power because basically you get burned up by using it, and so your soul gets taken out of your body. And there's like a consciousness that says you should just leave. Mortal things are pointless, and like so lingering like actively hurts your afterlife. Ooh. I don't know where it's going. It's just I don't know. They have now drawn what is probably the strongest power in the universe, and they invented it in the 1944.
So it's kind of hard to move on from there.
Well, I just don't know what happened to it.
Yeah.
They just introduced it now. there's a bunch of comics that are what is it? Bureau from 1946 to 1948, which I think will be the continuation of World War II secretly.
Yeah, so the last lingering effects.
If I had to say, I'd say just read the Lobster Johnson comics about Hellboy.
Mm-hmm.
I wish there was a better reading guide than the one I've been following online to read it, because it's just...
Yeah? Or is it just throw you all over the place?
No. It's more like... A lot of guides online say, like, the Hellboy comics that I've already read are, like, the best Hellboy comics. I'm like...
Is this all they had to offer, really?
It's very tiring, yes. It's very samey. It's like, rough and rough. The only thing that I find interesting about these over the movies is, in the movies... Hellboy is this huge secret. But in the Hellboy comics, all this paranormal shit is very matter of fact in the public eye.
Yeah.
People are just
it's
like,
just part and parcel,
whatever. Like, people will still be like, oh, Hellboy, that's not a Christian man there, or something. But, like, no one's like, oh my god, it's Hellboy!
Yeah, they're not freaking out, they're just dismissive.
Yeah. It's an interesting choice. I actually really like Del Toro's depiction of it much better. And they're like, yeah, the government would like totally keep this a secret. They would never be upfront with this. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, I personally also just like really like Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman's good. That whole plot that they like is so much better than the story, because like Hellboy's dad in the movie, super important to him. In the comics, he dies on the third panel. On the not in the third page, like the third panel.
First going like Jesus.
So I'm like, oh well, that's a character change. Rasputin's basically the same character though. He's a lot more preachy though in the comics. He's just very much like, I was ordained, I was blind until I learned of the Ugdrahad. Oh, fucking Jewish words are hard to say. So that's all of that. I've been playing Sekiro, off and on. It's good. It's really hard. It doesn't need an easy mode.
Declarative facts.
If you've played Souls games, this is not the one you should start on.
No.
Sorry. If you have played Souls games, it's fine. It's hard as fuck, but it's fine. If this is the first Souls game you're going to play, go play Dark Souls 1 or Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Or actually Dark Souls 3, because it's the easiest one.
You should get back to Bloodborne.
Yeah. Here's a fun fact from Bloodborne. So there's these things called Carol Ruins, which give you buffs. Every ruin has like a level 1, 2, or 3. And the level 3 is the best for it. Some of them actually have level 4s and 5s, but most of them have 3. So most of those you have to get from Chalice dungeons.
Yeah.
One of them you can't get.
Wow.
Someone combed through all of the code of the game and was like, yeah, it just doesn't exist. The strategy guide says it does. It doesn't. It doesn't exist. They fucking... I'm just like, ooh, they haven't patched that still. I'm like, ooh, gone forever.
Yep.
Gone forever. It's for like a weird power anyways. It's like the connection power. It's like it'll improve your ability to find people online.
Oh, that's really weird.
So I'm like, maybe 3 of them caused a bug or something in the system.
Yeah,
they said just we have 2 of them. Sekiro.
As you said, I remember you saying it's a pretty bare bones in terms of any kind of story or even really the lore.
Oh no! I like the lore and the story. I know what it is. It's not really bare bones. It's just it's so straightforward. There is no interpretation available.
No big, deep sort of...
Like, you get a lot of your lore by getting sake and giving it to the cutter. You give it to the old man, or you give it to the medical lady.
Emma.
Emma, yeah.
The doctor and the sculptor. Can you actually max out both of them at the same time, or is there just not enough sake to do that?
Oh yeah, no. I've gotten 3 Ashina sakes. I got 3 monkey boos, and I got 3 unrefined sakes already. So,
What's the monkey booze? Or is it all just different types of the same item? Or
they're all types of alcohol.
I know.
And what you do is you give them the alcohol. No. Each of them invokes a memory in the party you give it to.
I see. So there's 3 people you can give it to in total.
Yes.
And you can give them each 3 of the different alcohols.
Or one of the 3 alcohols, yes. Mm-hmm. You can give it to them, yeah. Like the monkey booze is like the 2 old guys will talk about their time when they trained. Mm-hmm. The
doctor.
And Emma will talk about how she was saved by a monkey. Which I'm like, what? What?
Okay.
You were saved by a monkey? So I'm like thinking about all the monkeys in the game that I've fought or encountered. I was like, were you saved by the guardian ape? That motherfucker is. I was trying to. There's like a really cool gimmick for a boss where you cut once his head's off, you can like stab his neck to kill the centipede or to piss off the centipede that's inside of him that's reviving him.
Oh.
But I could never get it to happen during the fight. I was like, but it's so cool because it gives him massive poise damage when you do it because you're attacking the thing that's actually reanimating him.
So wait, there was actually a you said one of the bosses had managed resurrection through I say forbidden technique, but through an alternate technique than the one you got, and that was being possessed by a bug.
Yeah, well, but it seems like the bugs are like a fucked up way the priests or the. Like it seems like corruption literal manifests.
Yeah. Like they were taking a page out of Hollow Knight or something.
Yeah, or, well, because the idea, like, there's that one guy who was just puking up grasshoppers. I'm like, well, I mean, if you just replace... He's literally... That's what I was going to say. I thought this a while ago. He's literally... They're all the motherfuckers from Fate's Day.
Oh.
Just replace all your organs with bugs!
Yeah. Fucking
Can't die!
Matto family, yeah.
I mean, that is like, perhaps one of the most horrifically, like, great things to give a villain. The ability that, yeah, I'm just made of bugs. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't kill me. Like, you unless you can squash all of them.
Yeah.
You can't kill me.
Yeah, I will just resurrect, feed on something, and renew again. Which is just horrible and monstrous, but there you go. Give yourself to bugs so you can become bugs. But you've been watching some terrible movies as well.
Yes.
Do you want to talk more about the bosses before we move on?
Well, for Sekiro, what do I want to really say about it? There's nothing I really want to say about it, because, like, I haven't finished it, so I don't know if I'll finish it. Like, I'll probably get, like, 90% through, and then I'll eat shit on the last boss.
And just get tired.
Sekiro's a good game. It really requires you to whittle at it, though. And sometimes it's not worth fucking mashing your face against a boss. Sometimes it's just worth it just run around and maybe just kill some guys, try and find some secret paths. Mm-hmm. I fucking hate the ghosts. I managed to kill one today because it was underwater, which means I didn't have to use Divine Confetti to fucking fight it. It was super easy. But I hate fighting the ghosts because they have this horrible mist that slows you down.
Oh.
And they have the ability Terror, which is basically the Dark Souls equivalent. Or from Dark Souls, there was this thing called what the fuck did the petrification, holification? There's an ability that if it fills up, it just kills you.
That's weird. What, like despair or something? Yeah.
No, Basilisks have it in Dark Souls 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be probably petrification then, because it will turn you to stone.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in Dark Souls 1, it's actually way worse than this, because in Dark Souls 1, it will kill you, and it will half your health until you purge it.
Yeah.
But in this, it just builds up and kills you, and you're fucking dead. And I'm like, oh.
That's annoying.
It's very annoying. And all of them have 2 health bars, and you can't just sneak up and stab them in the ass. No. You have to fight them.
Yeah. How is the grappling hook? Because I see you using it a lot. And
you're Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I mean, they are pre-decided positions, the grappling hooks.
Yeah.
Which I pre-build the game, it seemed like it was going to be like kind of like a sliding predetermined.
Yeah. So you have just a degree of where you could go to, but it's just 1 point.
Yes. It's fun. Some bosses have grapple points on their heads if they lose track of you, and you can grapple onto them and fucking take it down on them. The best boss is the horse guy so far for me. I really liked fighting him.
It seemed like it was a lot of, you could really set up and think about your approach as he was storming towards you with his horse.
Well, it just felt like a fun boss because it's a big open area, like a good look of him. I can see him coming. I can prepare to fight him. Like he has readable moves, but he can also kick your ass if you're too lackadaisical. I don't know, or you can bring the fight to him.
Yeah.
Most of the bosses bring the fight to you.
Yeah, and you have to react instead of being able to attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
What else is there in the game? It's really pretty.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
I wouldn't say play this game. My friend's podcast, they were talking about how this game is like, well, I want to play. I love feudal Japan. And I'm like, well, this game is like very feudal Japan, but it's not going to do much for that.
No.
Like, first area is just some fucking burrow nothings, and then the second area is the Ashina Castle, and it's like there's very little actual feudal Japan in this game. It's more like one big castle, or no, there's two big castles, and that's about it.
But there's not a lot of iconography that way. It's just, you're a samurai.
It continues the trend of Dark Souls, though, where it's like, hey, if you can see an area, you can get there.
Yeah. How is the prosthetic arm weapons as well? Because I know there's like the big double axe, there's all the...
The axe is your friend.
Yeah.
The axe is your friend. The firecracker is also your friend. I really don't use more of the advanced ones. I just haven't had an urge to. I should probably use them more. I'm like...
Well, they give you some advantages. Like you say, the firecracker really helps you get away because you can blind an enemy, so it'll give you either breathing room or a chance to attack.
Well, generally, you're using the firecracker to stun enemies so you can get some extra hits in.
Yeah.
The axe breaks through shields. That's basically its primary function. The spear is if you want to fight other spearmen or reach something without going out of your depth. I haven't used the parasol because its cost looks too expensive to me. But like it seems like it can tank attacks. And there's an upgraded version where, whilst you're using it, you can poison enemies around you for just touching it.
Interesting, just like a mist thing, yeah.
You just really want to bug me.
Okay.
Yeah, and the final upgrades, you only, in theory, could get 3 of them out of the 4. Or 2. Because in the game there's 6 lapis lazulis. Or 6... 10? I think there's 10. And 2 of the final upgrades require 3. And 2 of the final upgrades require 4.
So you need quite a few. Oh, fucking... I'll stop doing that, because that's bad.
So inevitably, you would only be able to get 3 of them or 2 of them if you go for the 2 4s.
Not bad.
But those weapons seem really dumb to... I guess it'd be for like New Game Plus, but they don't make sense. Because those weapons, like I haven't unlocked them myself, but those weapons basically have the permanent divine confetti, so you can go and fight the headless. But by that point in the game that you could get the lapis lazuli,
you would have already defeated them.
You could have already beat them, or you would have defeated the thing that allows you to get the divine confetti, and thus kind of moot point the whole...
Yeah. You could just buy them, you know. It's not exactly like money's a rare thing in the game. Nope,
not a rare thing at all. You buy all these fucking... I think I have like... $8,000 purses. I could buy basically anything. Plus, I just run through the Harada States and just farm money. It takes like no time at all.
Yeah.
It's good. It just has an annoying learning curve, especially with the cooldown. You have to hold your block to cool your attack damage down. It's the complete opposite of Dark Souls, where it's drop your fucking shield.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they really changed up how you interact with enemies in this game, it seems.
Mm. I wish I had more to say about it. It's just, to me, it's just another Souls game.
Mm-hmm.
It's not blowing away my world. I enjoy playing it, but it's not the same oomph that I got from Bloodborne
or Dark Souls.
or my initial like, this game sucks, Dark Souls 1.
Mm.
To where I'm now like, no, Dark Souls 1 is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
You just have to know how to play the games.
Mm.
That's the worst thing about all the FromSoft games. You have to know how to play them.
And you have to be willing to go through repeated deaths in order to learn.
Well, that and Souls games, like, they should just have a thing in the front that says, go to the Fexter Wiki. No, I mean it. Use the Wiki. Watch videos. You're not good enough. You will not logic out what the fuck you're supposed to do. Yeah. Use the goddamn Wiki. Mm. That's the thing with every Souls game. You have to use the Wiki. As much as people are like, well, I think I'm a superior individual. I don't care. The game doesn't work that way.
Well, luckily, I had you to guide me through Bloodborne.
Guide your hips. Because I kind of want... How much of Dark Souls 1 have you touched?
Hardly anything.
Okay, because I'd like to throw you at it and have you just be like, this sucks, this is garbage there, fuck you. And then play, and then show you by just playing it and be like, oh.
I think I at least have the leg up with Bloodborne at this point, but...
Yeah, I mean, Bloodborne basically teaches you, no, you are faster than everything in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you afraid of anything?
Dark Souls 1 just teaches you, use a shield.
Hold your shield up.
Yeah.
Circle strafe. Stab it in the ass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All those being Black Knights that are kicking the shit out of you, circle strafe. Stab it in the ass.
Yeah.
I mean, like, they're still really tough if you're not leveled up. Mm-hmm. But Black Knights, they're easy to fucking kill. Mm-hmm. They have very
clear and distinctive attacks that you can keep an eye out for.
Yeah, they don't have any fucking stupid like 360 spin attack.
Yeah, like those goddamn monks with the spears had, or the shinobi hunters. I remember you fighting a lot.
Yeah. And I hate 360 attacks. They're overpowered.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But
I watched season 2 of Mystery Science Theater, the one that was produced by Netflix.
Yep.
It's a fun time. I mean, it's not like gonna set your world on fire, but it's fun time eater.
They managed to keep the humor.
They did Transmorphers on there.
Oh, lovely.
It's just good trash. I guess it scratches that itch of like Nostalgia Critic or whatever the fuck, because I have no urge to ever watch Nostalgia Critic again.
No.
Or any of those guys, because those have to have ongoing narratives, whereas Mystery Science Theater has to have no ongoing narratives that are stupid.
Yep.
The plot
they just throw away.
Stupid. Who cares?
Yeah. It's nice and it's compartmentalized. It's just like, yeah, we made this joke for the show, for this episode, and that's it.
As the intro says, if you're wondering how he eats and breathes and other science facts, just repeat to your show. It's yourself. It's just a show. You should really learn to relax.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. It's probably get canceled because that's the history of Mystery Science Theater.
Yeah, interest drops.
Canceled.
Yeah, and then it picks up again and it gets dropped.
I feel like watching season 1 at some point now.
Yeah.
The Netflix version.
I've got a whole bunch of old episodes as well, like the originals too.
I'm not sure if those will hold up because a lot of those are like era-related references sometimes, and I just
some of it's still good. Like the Manos Hand of Fate stuff is still worth watching, I would say.
A lot of people say though you should watch Manos before watching that, just so you can actually have like proper understanding.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I watched Netflix's Baki the Grappler.
Jesus, yeah.
It's
You've
fine.
read Baki as well.
No. I mean to put roots down and read that at some point, but I haven't yet. But the thing with it is like...
looking at any Baki art, you go, what the fuck is going on?
Well, I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's like if you took Toriko, and instead of like masturbating to food, you masturbated to muscles in it. Mm-hmm. Like that, like, because Toriko's like, Mah, spaghetti! Whereas Baki's just like, nah, man, look at me. I have been lifting weights since I was 5.
Mm-hmm. Look at my back. Just look at my back. This is
my back fits in the shape of a demon.
Yeah. And as you said to us previously, they focus on the best arc. Best part of that.
It's what is it? Five deadliest super convicts arc, or what the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Where 5 convicts just escape from all these prisons around the world to come to Japan to get defeat. They want to be defeated.
Yep. They want to know the taste of defeat, and they've heard about this kid in Japan.
No.
No, oh no, they haven't. No. They're brought on by instinct.
Yes.
They feel that there is something going to happen in Japan.
They talk about that crystal thing where like all the liquid nitrogen turned into crystals or whatever. That it's like a science fact that really happened in the real world. Like it had never frozen before, and then one day one of them froze, and then they found that everywhere in the world the crystals changed. That's some fucking magic shit. That really happened, by the way. And so they're saying, well, yeah, it's hysteresis or something, where it's like they all knew they had to go to Japan to be defeated. Mm-hmm. It just stops mid-season. Like there's still 3 super convicts in Japan for them to fight that haven't been defeated yet.
And there's some pretty ridiculous fucked up fights in there too.
Yeah. There's a guy who can control pressure. There's a guy who pukes up everything. Oh. Like he's got like tasers and guns and stuff in his stomach. I'm like, wow, man. Yeah. There's a guy who has razor blades on everything he's wearing. Razor blades, gas guy, pukey guy, really big, like the pressure guy, gas guy, really big man. There's one more. There's one. Oh, and the Russian guy who was Russian.
And that's it. Yeah. He was just greatly strong, like bear.
Well, he apparently can climb like sheer faces in negative, super frozen weather. I'm like, what?
So I just love it. And they have a joke cameo where instead of the Russian guy, they just have Vladimir Putin shirtless on a horse.
He looks very much like the guy from Rocky 4.
Oh, not Apollo. No, whoever goes up against Apollo. I forget his name. Dragunov?
Yeah, Dragunov. He looks exactly like that motherfucker. Yeah, it's top season. I assume in like a year we'll get a season 2.
Whenever Netflix decides to dump a bunch of money again.
No, they've already probably paid for it. These are just the amount of episodes they had finished.
Yeah.
There was like 20 episodes.
And this was actually newly made as well, yeah.
Yeah. It's a sequel to the old Baki series that I also have watched.
This isn't a Netflix exclusive where they just pay for an anime to come.
Yeah. This is a Netflix paid real money to make this.
Yes, they make it. So this is more of a Devilman Crybaby versus a, FMA or something other that Netflix have paid to hub over.
This strikes me of one of two ways. I don't want to say two, but there's either they have some guy who has very particular taste who works for Netflix, or Japan is wising up and being like, if we just approach Netflix with like a legacy series, they'll just make it like. Remember, there's the guy who made Castlevania. Also wants to make a Berserk anime cartoon anime.
I know what you mean. Yeah,
and
that's not 3D and shit.
I don't even think 3D would be bad.
No, that's fine. Shit.
It's just
Don't have
not using the angles or like the medium in the way it should be used.
Well, don't have a gag
studio make
anime and producer make Berserk.
Well, the studio also made like nothing.
Yes, exactly.
Like
don't give a nobody who can't animate scenes properly.
No, like Tech Q, the series the gag comedy they made, it's pretty good. But I would not have thought of that guy to make Berserk. No. I would have thought Bones or CGI.
The Sidonia guys.
No, I would have gone. Who are the people who made Ghost in the Shell?
Not Madhouse.
No.
I would still have Madhouse do it as well, though.
Genion. I would have had Genion do it.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Oh, you mean who did the Arise stuff? Or?
Well, whoever did Ghost Gets.
Oh, you mean, wait. Ghost in the Shell's second standalone complex? Or?
Both seasons of that, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's not Genion. Genion's a puppet.
But at this point, anyone would have been a better fucking fit. And yeah, certainly I would hope that the Castlevania guys would be up on making a proper Berserk. And just start after the eclipse. Look, we all know the story. Just Just be like the good modern superhero movies. Just be like, yeah, you've watched the Golden Arc. That's fine.
Oh, Production IG. That's
Production
right.
IG.
It was
Yeah.
Because they love their CG.
Yeah, that's true. They certainly do.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be so opposed to them retelling the Golden Arc for like a third time. It's just they would definitely have to. I'd almost make it so that I'd start midway through the
Golden Arc.
Past the Golden Arc, like with Guts traveling, and have him like allude to some shit, and then have it flashback. Hey. That's how Berserk started anyway. Berserk's first chapter is a flashback.
I know.
It's the present, and then the next chapter is a flashback for the next like 80 chapters, the next like 180 chapters.
Yeah, I know.
What a fucking terrible setup. Jeez. It'd be like Naruto Shippuden, and then Naruto fights one character, and it's like, I remember how I got here.
And then the entirety of Naruto happens,
Or like any series, like Bleach doing that. Could you imagine? Like you see, like
it's bad enough as it is. Just
where like Ichigo's like got a mask on, and a sword, and it's like a swastika.
Now you're wondering, how did I get here?
That's the day I met Rukia, and that's when everything changed. It's Bleach. You have like a retroactive problem where like Rukia has like one of the strongest ice-based swords in the series, but she was defeated. She was just she was caught off guard by this one.
Yeah.
Oh.
I really, if there's one of the many things wrong with Bleach, is the kind of back writing to make characters stronger, which is that why did they lose in the first place? Yeah,
I was the strongest one all along.
Yeah, but I just felt like hiding my power level because I wanted to get fucked for some reason. Just that way. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff we watched together. It was a lot of fun. We did together. Let's start with Gaim, because you always like fucking about with Gaim.
I've decided to watch the Kamen Rider series, Kamen Rider Gaim. Cameron is also watching it a bit with me, off and on. It is the dumb Kamen Rider series where they have fruit-based superpowers.
And basically, your pitch to me was constantly screaming over and over, Melon energy! Orange energy! Grape! Orange squash! Durian! Also, it's written by the guy who wrote Madoka, so it's probably going to be pretty good. Yeah. It's pretty damn dark.
Well, it's not gotten quite dark yet, but like it's like lulling us in. But it's like it's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. It starts around dance groups battling each other without dancing.
With their Pokemon.
Yep.
They're fruit Pokemon.
Yep. They start off with cheap, easy to get sunflower seeds, and then the shady drug dealer guy just like, hey kids, could I interest you in this strawberry?
He just starts handing out fucking morphers left and right to whoever the fuck wants them, basically.
Mm-hmm.
You get a henshin belt, and you get a henshin belt, and you get a henshin belt.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to buy some seeds? They're like $1,000 each.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna make some money off this motherfucker.
Yeah. Oh, I heard you're illegally importing fruit. Yeah. Wouldn't my brother like to hear that you gave me that fruit? It's like, you cheeky fuck.
I'm really curious. I really need them to like establish how this got over. How like adults and people are just completely fine with like teens walking around with these fruits that open integral like dimensional fucking shit. Oh, it's just an inverse. No.
It's all holograms. Seto Kaiba has done it once again and brought the world of imagination into our realm.
Yeah, also the city is called Yggdrasil City. I'm like, oh, nothing bad ever came from that.
Nope. Tree of Life, beautiful place. And there are anti-establishment characters in there who's like, I really want to tear down this fucking city.
You gotta be strong. Strength is the only thing. Fucking Baron. Oh. He's so Blue Ranger, it's so great. Ridiculous.
He almost cuts everyone, including himself, on the edge that he has within him. Oh.
Like there's a little, like I think it's like episode 2. There is a kid in the in a tree, and Guy like just got there to help him, and but Baron gets there first and is like, jump down. You have 2 options. You can stay up there forever like a weakling, or you can jump and be strong. And like the kid jumps down and he catches him. See, you're strong. Someday you'll become powerful. It's like, whoa. You know, it's just a tree.
Yeah. That's great.
I mean, we haven't watched enough of it to say, like... I'm not going to say it's bad or good or anything. But it's like... It's fun. Yeah. It's fun.
They get big, dumb, goofy costumes. They get fun, dumb weapons. And Baron just unlocked Mango with his giant mace that he just smashes.
It's so heavy, he just drags it. He doesn't even, like...
No.
It's like...
He couldn't get that over his head, but he just swings it into motherfuckers and just, like, smashes their shit. It's great.
The watermelon power armor.
Yeah, which is just a giant wrecking ball that rolls around and knocks people down like bowling pins.
It's fun. We're probably gonna.
Also, it turns into a giant robot.
Yeah, it's a big mecha. And I like that. Totally makes sense because Japan into watermelons.
Yeah. Although it should fire seeds as bullets.
Maybe. Might still. And then Durian, of course, is like super fucking just strong because king of fruit. Durian!
With his dual Excalibur sabers that just smack everyone down.
We're only like 8 episodes in, so and it's a Kamen Rider series, so that means there is 50 episodes or 55 episodes plus 4 movies. Although
just for this season.
Every season. Well, I mean,
one a week for the entire year.
Yes, that's why there's a new Kamen Rider every year.
Wow, I didn't realize it was so jam packed.
Like, we're not going to watch the Wizard vs. Guy movie.
No,
because...
Wizard...
no, it's more like, it's more like Gaim cameos in the Wizard movie to show I'm going to be the next Kamen Rider, the upcoming show. Like, every movie does that. It's actually like, how is Japan not aware of this? Or, like, kids, because, like, literally every Kamen Rider, the formula now is... series that's going on will have a movie that will cameo the Kamen Rider from the next series.
Yeah. It kind of would... You think
that's the
catch on, yeah.
That's the last movie. Plus they'll have like 2 movies usually during the show. One will be set around episode 20-ish.
There's new kids every year that will be spellbound.
Every Kamen Rider movie now has like... Every Kamen Rider series has like 3 movies. So they can introduce like 6 new villain riders.
Yeah.
So they can sell their weird henshin gimmick toys.
Yep, you got to push the product, whether it's USB sticks or Pogs, or Fruit Locks, or
Pogs. What are the fucking? Okay, what are the good? Decade had cards. W had memory sticks. After W was
the noir one, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it was Wizard after W.
Was it after W?
No, it was Forze. Forze was after W, which was Astro Switches.
Yes.
Then it was Wizard.
That had the rings.
The rings.
Yeah.
Then Gaim.
Gaim was before Wizard?
No, Gaim was after Wizard.
I thought you said there was a crossover movie with Wizard and Gaim where it introduced Wizard.
No. Gaim was introduced in the Wizard movie.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Wizard.
It's kind of hard not to get confused.
Yeah. Well, there's quite a fucking few of them. Yeah, there's the ring.
What was the one that had the juice? Or is that still part of Gaim?
Yeah, that's the second. That's the second morpher they introduced.
I see.
That's the I can't remember what it's called. Like the Neo thing, because what it does is basically the lock thing. It cuts open the fruit.
Yeah.
But the juicer gets more energy
out of the fruits. Yeah. Okay. The next one was the wheel one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's
Drive.
Drive is actually little Hot Wheels.
Yeah.
That he puts in the things and pulls the switches.
Yeah.
After Drive was Exo-Aid, where they have like these little I want to say that they look like ice cream bars. That I don't know what to describe them as. That's what they look like. They look like the ice cream bars you insert into the morpher. And the morpher has no electronics in it at all. It's actually kind of weird how it works. What it does is it has a mirror in it, and based on the 2 ice cream cones you put in there, and those are transparent, and light will they'll reflect off, and they'll come out with the mirror to make an image.
Interesting. Yeah, almost like polarized lenses, where they basically only block out half of the light from an image on each, and then it matches up at the end.
It's really interesting, because most Kamen Rider belts actually have like a shit ton of light. Like the Decade Driver, the updated one is fucking amazing, and I wish I could buy one.
Just like giant matrices of LEDs and shit in there.
Well, okay, Decade's ability was to summon Kamen Riders using cards. Okay, so when they made that show, they had the driver, and it could read all the cards, which was like for every series that had preceded this, so it could read like 100 cards. Then every year or 2, they make a new one that can do all of those, plus the new cards for the new Kamen Riders, plus things they
Does it just have a little screen on it that displays the cards?
All the cards have barcodes on it.
Yeah, I get that.
And as you insert them, it reads all of the barcodes.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But what effect does that have on the belt then?
The sounds it makes.
Oh, the sounds. That's actually not too bad, because is it an insert or is it a swipe?
It's an insert.
What you can do is you can do a chip, and you can encode and compress a sound file into something like a near-field chip. You can fit into those few kilobytes, especially if it's only like 2 or 3 seconds long.
No,
it's like a 10-second or 7-second.
It's like, well, it's really short. It probably is like 30 seconds to 30 seconds to 5 seconds, 50 seconds. They are like long things. They will like announce the Kamen Rider series and the power and like.
Yeah, but you can probably fit that into about 10 or 15 seconds, though.
Yeah, there's still a henching point. Like,
that's fine.
The amount of audio that's in the thing, it's like they're not on the cards. They are in the device. It's for the device to read it and pull it up as quick as possible.
Well, that's still pretty cheap, because you can get, like NAND memory, you can get memory pretty cheaply, and you can fit a lot of audio chips in there. So
what is it? I think they're going to probably release like another DX one for the current one, which is like another series that has a guy who can use all the fucking Kamen Rider powers. And I bet you Decade's going to fucking show me that show. But Decade's driver can like read like 500 to 600 cards.
Yeah, that's if it is actually storing it in the belt, then that's still not too unreasonable. It's still pretty cool, as you say. It's just that compatibility with all those cards.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because Decade's never goes away.
Nope.
Never goes away, because
he's always summoning the newest Kamen Riders.
Well, no, it's that Decade. Due to the nature of his power and the fact that he travels to other Kamen Rider worlds,
yeah, okay.
You can just have him show up forever.
Yeah. He's always a possible cameo.
He is literally, he has access to D4C.
Yep.
Why wouldn't he be able to show up? Every other Kamen Rider exists in their own kind of closed-off universe, generally speaking.
In their own little version of Japan.
Yeah, but Gaim's fun.
Yep.
Ranting about this shit that no one gives a fuck about.
Hey, Gaim's wonderful. Resi 2,
let's not try and go too long on the Resident Evil 2, but we've both played Resident Evil.
Did we talk about it last time?
No, we didn't, actually. If you consider when it came out and when we recorded a podcast.
It would have been January, when we last talked, so it's been 3 months. Yeah.
So Resident Evil 2.
One of the best.
It's probably the game of the year. Well, I mean, besides Shenmue 3, of course. But yes, Resident Evil 2 is probably going to win Game of the Year. It really deserves it.
Yeah.
The only inconsistencies that constantly come up for people is that there are inconsistencies between Claire's campaign and Leon's campaign, and we wish they fit together better. But I'm like,
they're still
They're still
good, well-contained stories, self-contained stories of their own. Like even though you're like peripherally seeing the other character, like Claire's interactions with Sherry and with Chief Irons are really fun and interesting. All this stuff with Ada, not all this stuff, but even the interactions between Ada and Leon, I still like, even if she's a bit more standoffish to begin with.
Oh, she's Sundering so hard, or not even Sundering. She's just ice queening it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I feel like a lot of people, or when they're playing this game, from what reviews or not reviews, reactions to it, were very much like, "Oh, I love it. It's so scary," or this, and I'm like, "That's fine and good." Or some people were also turned off and they're like, "I'm like so stressed out playing this." But to me, and maybe you have the same opinions. Like, I've now kind of grown to be like, I really like speedrunning this game, not like professionally, but just like it's fun to just run through the game because once you
optimize it,
once you play through it, you know where everything is, and so. Like, it loses its horror element, but I don't care about that.
No.
It's just a fun, well-put-together game.
Yeah.
And when you fuck up on your subsequent playthroughs, it's your fault. It's not the game being unfair.
No. It's not like you're getting besieged. Because I remember when we were first playing it through, and there were times where, like, we get dogpiled by, like, 3 or 4 different enemies. We're like, fuck, 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 fuck.
Just tiptoeing. But, like...
But now we understand the game and we see the points and we see what the slowdowns are, or we see the optimal paths, and you can just route through it. And you can see in your head, it's just like, if I didn't hit that enemy there, I know it's because I screwed up. Or like, you know what, I didn't burst that bulb on one of the plant eater assholes. And it's just like, I got my head eaten, and of course, I used up all my sub-weapons. I should have been prepared.
Because I feel like this is the same thing with the Dark Souls thing, that people don't go online to do research about the games they're playing. Like, I get that people really want to play a game in a vacuum, but I'm like, you're not. I just don't feel people are smart enough to just take in all the fucking information on something. So sometimes it's okay to just like look at this or that.
How I like to approach it myself in that regard is I'll go through it first, my own, just with no outside information, just to get a first feel to see, you know what, how is the game presented to me through the game first. And then once I'm feeling comfortable with it, I will go back. I will go online and look at stuff and see how people are doing it. Like, I learned all about doing the efficiency stuff and like knifing bosses from watching speedruns.
So stupid and great.
Oh yeah, you can like take down early Birkin in like 15 seconnes with knives.
Because like when I'm playing like a Souls game or a game where I have
like the door trick,
I'll always look up the I'll look up what the outcome of this, because I don't want to be fucked over. Because like it takes a lot of energy to sometimes play through a game again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So you like,
especially on second playthrough, But it's like the other thing, the door trick.
Yeah.
Where you walk through the door so the bookcase doesn't collapse.
Like the game,
which was a really like tense moment in the beginning when we first encountered it. Where like we're stuck in the room with the liquor and we got to deal with this so that we can move the bookcase and get back out. But yeah. And now you can sort of cheese the game in that way.
Like,
but Mr. X doesn't stop being any more scary or.
But upon future ones, I kind of start treating him how like I imagine Eli would treat Mr. X. He's like, "Oh, come over here, sugar. Come on. Okay, stay there. Goodbye."
Yeah, just punt around him. Yeah.
Yeah, because like he is terrifying when you meet him the first time. Because he is just a wall coming after him.
Oh yeah.
And he is still a very big threat when he's running around. He's greatly diminished when you just like learn how
you can work around him, but I would still say in certain circumstances, especially on the second runs, like he can still be a big problem if he comes out early and you're say in the main plaza and there's a bunch of zombies everywhere and you need to work around both them and Mr. X, and that can be a challenge, especially if you've like led them away at one time going through one door and now they're stuck at a different door which you come back through and you're like, there's a hall of zombies there and now Mr. X is also there. Fuck. So yeah. But I tried to play some of the extra mission stuff, and I suck at.
It's bad. It exists for speedrunning purposes, basically, essentially.
Yeah.
Fun fact: if you don't pick up the shotgun as Leon, you can find it in the Nest Lab.
Yep. Oh yeah, no, you'll get that.
It's just a neat fact.
But I don't know why you wouldn't pick up the shotgun, but...
Well, again, for speedrunning reasons, as well as the fact that there are other guns you can pick up.
Yeah.
Before, like, you could just be really good with your handgun, plus...
you can pick up the Magnum as Leon, or the SMG as Claire.
Well, no, you just have to carry yourself with your handgun and your knife for a while if you don't pick up the shotgun.
Yeah. Well, then you'd have to carry the stock with you as well, and not use it.
You can just put it in your box.
Yeah.
Your magical teleporting box.
Yeah, that's still a good staple.
It's not doing a run where you don't use a box isn't as hard as you'd think it would be.
It's just a pain. And you have to use items
You generally
everywhere.
have to use up everything, yeah.
Yeah, that crank got to be used everywhere, the T-bar. You got to use the keys in every single room, even if you don't have to go into them. It's just a bit of an inconvenience, that's all.
Yeah, but like those little, the challenges in it make it, like, it really emphasizes, yeah, this game is to be speedrun.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole bunch of dumb requirements, but, like, none of them are, like, Herculean in, like, their demands, besides maybe playing on expert mode.
Oh, yeah, hardcore, that's still one thing that we haven't quite gone through yet.
But, like, yeah, like, the game, you can like, when you play it the first time, it'll probably take you maybe 8 hours to beat the game.
I think we managed it in 6.
I just think it's an 8-hour game.
Yeah, definitely.
But upon future playthroughs, it'll take you 2 to 3 hours at most to beat the game, and it's fun. It's fun to run and gun and just it's so charming.
Go through
because like the modeling in it is fucking amazing.
Oh yeah, this game makes the most of the RE engine, and just everything looks gorgeous.
Like I get that people really want fixed cameras. I would have been fine with that, but the fact that I can use the camera and look around all of these modeled areas is amazing. Because like modeling is not an easy thing, and making really convincing modeling is fucking hard, even if you're taking it from photos. Yeah,
no, and these are really well done.
It's not a game for the squeamish because there's some the viscera from all of the monsters is just terrifying.
Yeah.
And Birkin doesn't get any better. Well, I don't actually think Birkin. I think he's too cartoony to really seem like actually viscerally gross. Except for his last two forms. Like I think Birkin.
They're rather grotesque, and like him ripping Mr. X in half is pretty gnarly as it is too.
Goo monster. That happens in one of the timelines. I don't know.
Mr. X still does that. Oh yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, he only dies in one of them, and then the second one he's like, "Why the fuck are you still here?" And I love it. We're still using the name Mr. X, although that's never established as canon in this game or the last one.
Yeah, he's only named that from a toy line and a novel.
Yeah, but it still makes X Gonna Give It To You memes the best. The funnest things to look up.
If I don't know if anyone cares for recommendations, but Resident Evil 2 is the best game of this year so far.
Yep.
And I like Sekiro, but the approachability of Sekiro versus
Resident Evil 2
it's not a contest.
No.
I mean, I haven't played Devil May Cry, which is the other contester for best game of the year, but I know I won't like Devil May Cry because I'm just bad at that genre.
I'll probably pick it up and play it, and we'll watch it together. Because I played a lot of Bayonetta games. What I'll probably end up doing is playing 5, and then going back and playing all the Devil May Cry games.
You should just play 4.
Yeah, well, I actually play them in reverse order. As the worst way to do it, but...
Yeah, that would actually be the worst way to play it, because you could go and touch 1 and be like... You won't be able to beat 1, in theory.
You think?
Well, 1 is... You'll think you'll have access to abilities that don't exist.
Yeah.
Like, my friend Lawrence, he's played them and he really likes them. But he's like, yeah, number 1 is hard. And like, it hasn't aged gracefully.
Nope, I can imagine. Because that was a PS2 game, wasn't it?
Yes. Well, Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3 are all PS.
Yeah, but Devil May Cry 1 is an early PS2 game.
Yeah. It is a really early PS2 game. I want to say almost like first or second year of the PS2.
Wow.
I mean, it predates Resident Evil 4, so...
Yeah. Some other stuff.
I forced you to watch the Brawley movie. By the way, I don't like Dragon Ball.
No, but we watched the Brawley movie, and...
It's fine.
It's certainly less dumb than the original.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Brawley has like a story arc, and... I don't know.
And
he's likable character.
And they basically incorporate all the new super additions like Chilai and Beerus.
There's a lot of retconning going on in this fucking movie. No, Chilai was invented for this movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
No, but like, they talk about Tabo. Oh my god.
Tabo?
Vegeta's brother, Tabo. Tabo.
Oh, right, yeah, they like mention. No, they mention him 1 second.
Yeah, but you know
1
what?
second.
Cameron, if you knew how people hate that character, you would understand why I hate them fucking Tabo is married to like this little alien lady.
Yeah.
Who's like an alien.
Yeah,
like, she looks like a fucking alien. And I'm like, I'm not saying you have to bone aliens in Dragon Ball Z. It's just weird because he's like a super weakling and not like a coward, but he's just ineffectual.
He's weak. Yes.
And by existing, he like weakens Vegeta's character.
Yeah, just by essentially having the big nerd with glasses be the brother of Vegeta.
It's like, why does Vegeta need a brother?
Yeah, no.
Why wouldn't his father also be like jerking his dick to like how? Oh yes. Oh, remember in the film, his dad was just like,
yeah.
He's my son. He's the apex of our species.
Oh no, I would have loved just like a few seconds then to say, but sir, what about Tab? I have no other son.
It's like,
yeah, there's nothing, but it's like
because like we see little baby Vegeta in the movie.
Well, like 5-year-old Vegeta.
Yeah, but like that by implication, like, was Tabo born like 10 minutes ago and sent off planet?
Wow.
Or how they completely just erase episodes of episodes of Bardock from existence, which I'm like, good. I mean, Bardock's original movie is pretty good, because he has a bandana from his friend, and it turns red because of their blood, and that's pretty cool.
But everything else with Bardock is unnecessary.
Yeah.
So his small little part in this was all that was needed. But yeah, it was fine. Broly did not go maximum.
He did not say Broly is maximum. But wow, they like caused global warming in that movie.
Yep. Yeah, they punched through the polar ice caps on Earth to get to the bubbling magma layer underneath. Just like, yeah, you kind of fucked the world. It's
this movie is way closer to a love letter to Dragon Ball, I think, than Dragon Ball Z. Well, I mean,
all like original Dragon Ball.
Bulma and Frieza both just want to use the Dragon Ball for really petty things.
Oh yeah, like dumb shit. Like Bulma just wants to be 5 years younger, and Frieza wants to be 5 centimeters shorter. Both so that they're just noticeable enough. Yeah, it's 5 centimeters taller. Yes, just noticeable enough to not be noticeable. Yeah, that's. I don't know. I'd be happy with Dragon Ball being a little more just silly and dumber that way.
Jamel was saying he thought the fight scenes in this movie were good and the plot was bad or something. I actually completely disagree with these opinions.
Yeah,
I think the plot was pretty good, and I think the fights were just very drawn out.
Yeah, just keeps going. At one point, Goku just does go. Like, okay, let's just leave this fight for a little bit. Learn how to fuse for like 3 or 4 hours, and then come back to Broly.
Yeah.
While was Broly just fighting Frieza
he was just axe kicking the shit out of Frieza.
Just like just leave him for a little while.
Oh yeah. At the end of Dragon Ball Super, here's a spoiler. Goku lets Frieza come back to life and doesn't just immediately kill him.
Yeah.
Genocidal monster Frieza is just back in Dragon Ball.
Yep.
No one killed him.
Nope, and he's still just commanding an evil space force that destroys other planets and murders other people. Because Goku was like, no, I'm not going to take care of this, just...
I do like that one thing he says, though. They're like, you're going to wish for immortality, right, Frieza? No, being immortal would be a bad idea.
Well, no, I was in hell. I was stuck there for what seemed like imperceptible years upon years.
Well,
being hit by these Gager dudes.
Well, even more so, like now that he's been to hell, he's like, it sucks there, but it's not that bad. So I'm fine. Like he should be really fine with dying. Yeah. But if he lived forever, he could accidentally like fall into a black hole and just never die.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's what people don't understand with immortality in that way. Although, I do like a different interpretation of immortality of like not aging and living until you're killed. Like you're not invulnerable, but you never age and you keep living until you die. Or until you are killed.
Well, that's, there's like 3 kinds of immortality. There's unkillable but aging.
Yeah.
There's,
which is like the worst.
Yeah. Eternal youth.
Yes. Eternal youth is kind of the most interesting one there.
And there's the one that I call Bakuno immortality, which is like the perfect version of it. It is, whenever you ingested the thing that made you immortal,
yeah,
you now are stuck as that.
Oh, wow.
So I could throw you through a car compactor or like a grinder, but all of the blood in you will reassemble into you.
Ah, that, yeah.
You're nearly, like, actually unkillable.
Mm.
Like, you can mash a person into fine paste.
Yeah.
And they will reconstitute
or
themselves.
What we refer to as the Wolverine ability.
No, like, to the point of, like...
I know. Or like a cell.
Wolverine's just regenerating super quick. Yeah. But, like, the Bakuno one is like a character gets their finger sliced off, but then the blood all goes back into them and the fingers reattach. It's like...
Oh, Bakuno. Oh, yeah, the gangster one. Sorry, I thought you were talking about some other series. But no. Yeah, that Bakuno immortality is quite interesting. Yeah, I just get fucking riddled with bullets and then it all just... It
hurt. I like, the only negative to it is the negative to all these things, which is, shit still probably hurts.
Yeah. You don't turn off your nerves or anything. Yep. One thing we also saw that came out was Battle Angel Alita.
So...
we both...
I have read the manga. Yeah. Cameron has also read the manga. Hugo is a fucking terrible character.
Yep, he's the worst.
He's the worst character in the iteration. Book, in the movie, probably in the old anime.
And in the movie, they just kind of make him a bitch at the end as well.
He's just so unlikable. I can't believe how fucking terrible he is.
Fuck you, Go.
Oh.
And in the movie, they really waste Vector.
They do. Yeah. He. Well, I mean, he wasn't much in the Alita manga.
He gets built up as...
No, in the Alita manga, not in... Oh no, actually, yeah, he does get built up in the post arc. I'm thinking of Last Order.
After the whole thing with Den, he's like still kind of controlling that area. And yeah, in Last Order as well, he's basically like the representative.
But Last Order, he gets way better characterization.
Yeah. Along with Chaos there, but yeah, no, they really just take him out of the picture in this movie and. Although it still was funny.
Maybe they'll bullshit and make him crippled.
Oh, that would be annoying.
I mean, like, but you said he was dead. He's just crippled.
Yeah, no, although, what was I thinking? Shoot, I've just lost it.
Hugo, the fights, Murder Ball, the plot.
Murder Ball is pretty good.
Order.
Oh, interesting, there.
Lita is like this... I'm not sure if I've talked about Lita ever, but Lita
the eyes were bearable.
Yeah, I don't think the CG was terrible. I think it was...
Actually, this is a better use of CG than I've seen in a long.
Some people were... your movie sucks was complaining that the city doesn't feel lived in. I'm like... I
don't know, it seems like it does... I did see, like, this is a very modern idea of a scrap city. It's like, this is someone, like, going to Calcutta.
It was, like, very Calcutta. But, I mean, like, as we both read the manga, that is kind of what the city looks like, though. It's like a bombed-out fucking city.
I don't know. I always felt like it had a more sort of grimy noir cyberpunk
it was way feel. In the books it was way dirty. It felt like the city was built in the sewer.
Yes, in filth. Yes. That's a weird one as well. The maggot guy isn't quite there. That's Zapan.
Yeah. Well, that's because this movie is closely more an adaptation of the old anime.
Yeah.
Which itself was an adaptation of the book, so it's...
Shoot, what was... Yeah, and...
Are you going to talk about Nova being fucking Edward Norton?
Edward Norton, yeah, that's great, yeah. Oh, no, that's why I remember now. No, it wasn't him, but I still did burst out in the cinema laughing because we looked at Vector and it was like, oh, hi, Wesley Snipes, are you working off another tax evasion?
Well, I mean, that's Wesley Snipes. Like, it's not actually played by Wesley Snipes.
But it fucking should have been Wesley
Snipes in the books. It's what he is.
Yeah, I so wish it was Wesley Snipes, but it framed it so much as Wesley Snipes that it just should have been.
I don't really care about the movie. I think it's perfectly
fine.
passable.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm never gonna watch it again. I don't think.
I'm not very interested in a sequel.
I'm mildly, because this is an adaptation of the old anime.
Yeah.
And this basically encapsulates everything from it. So the sequel will have to be based on the books, because we'll have nothing else to draw from.
Yeah.
And I'll be interested in that, because
just to see what they actually do with Nova. Because
they have shuffled a lot of shit.
Yeah, they've completely recharacterized Nova.
Well, we've barely seen him. This could be that thing where they didn't know how to characterize Nova at the beginning of Alita. Like, we're so ingrained with what we know about Nova. But if I'm thinking back, Nova's character isn't very well established in the beginning of the books. Not until you actually meet him. He's just doing this all the time.
And you don't. Nothing with Nova actually gets built up until Alita is essentially kicked out of the scrapyard and becomes a tuner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, she goes and fights him, and then they're like, "Go get him." Yeah.
They fight. Does she fight him once? I didn't think
she goes to his house because she wants something from him. I can't remember.
No, I thought it was.
Because he's like mashing his hands in the brains. I can't remember why though.
I didn't think she got to that point yet. I thought he had kidnapped Ida, who is played by what's his name in this movie?
Oh, German man.
Christoph Waltz.
Yes.
Yeah, fantastic. Like, on point. I wouldn't have asked anyone else. Yeah.
He acts.
Oh, and
he is acting.
Yes, and there's an assistant added to his team.
She's fine.
She's in the movie.
She's fine. She exists.
Yep, she's in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Motorball just kind of gets shuffled in. No Jugin, which is kind of...
Well, he might have been there. It's just like existing, like that lion guy. What the fuck? Remember? They for one shot point to like that's the guy who.
Oh yeah. They basically pointed the champ once. Him.
And like
once.
Okay.
Which is kind of like they. Again, it seems a bit of a waste because there's so much done around with.
The murder ball. The movie does this weird thing where it makes murder ball this interesting thing she's introduced to.
Essentially, it's turned into football as a kind of this sport to pick up that all the kids play. A tamed down version of, because you're not killing people in it, or not killing, but you're not like majorly disabling people.
Yeah,
which is just because the elite artist is pretty brutal.
Whereas in the books, the murder ball is her dealing with the death of Hugo.
Yes,
and she's like, you know, in
she's trying to rebuild her identity now that Hugo's not in her life.
Well, I wasn't even thinking it was rebuilding her identity. I thought it was more like that thing where a person will be like very reckless with their life because they're aimless.
Yeah.
And so she's just doing this. She's like, it's dangerous. I'll just throw myself at it.
Yeah, but one thing that she keeps on pounding over, and the whole series she does this, is like, I need to find out who I am and define myself by myself. Like, that's, if there's one thing that Alita keeps on going on over and over and over, it's just like, I need to become who I am. I need to find out who I am. This is a journey of discovery.
Yeah, learn who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she won't become the old person she was, but you'll become who you are.
Yes. You're always striving to become you more and more every time, with every experience you have.
Mm-hmm.
But that just kind of gets dropped. They essentially use elements...
She is a puppy. She is like...
In this one, in this movie, She has the ability. She has Panzerkrust, and she manages to tap into that. But she's basically just, I do not know this world, and I am discovering everything for the first time.
And whilst you could argue potentially her character is in Mary Sue, it's like, well, she has lost memories. That's just that's baked into her the things she doesn't know. It's whatever.
Well, she gets fooled. She gets.
Well, I just mean like with her ability to be like really good at murder ball and super good at kung fu. Like, but those were in her. She just, whatever. I like Last Order. I think Last Order is really good.
It's a better one. Because it does focus more on, well, I'd say more on her flaws.
It builds the world a lot better, and it has a lot more characters going on, and he has decided what the fuck the story will be about.
And sex is probably one of the better parts of that series as well.
Shex, yeah,
So,
yeah, he's so
no,
good.
It's not Shex, it's Sex because it's German.
Yeah,
It's
I just thought it was Shex.
No, Sex.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, but the movies are nowhere near those.
No. Not even touching, but yeah.
I was hoping, though, that this movie would spur in Japan to potentially make an anime for it. Well, I mean, there's all this material for it to make. It's just sitting there.
We'll see. Come on, Netflix. Give me the next season.
They have literally 2 endings available for it. They can make one anime, and if it does well, they can make the second anime.
Yeah.
There's no problem.
I would love for them to make a Last Order anime, but there you go.
So
Because there's a lot of cool political machinations going on with the leader of... Not the leader. Who's...
It's the leader.
No, Mbe? He isn't the leader of
Mbe.
Ladder, though, because the Ladder is...
Oh, yeah, the Ladder's below, but, no.
Ladder is the group of aliens. Like a giant committee, and he is...
The Space Council, or Zenith of the Universe Council.
Yes, and the chairman, he is Mbe, I think it is. I don't know.
The guy who was the best villain in Alita.
He's got, with the 3 brain chips, and his conflict with him, with Alita, with Tiferes, or Zalem, which is Salem, depending on which translation you go with. I still like Tiferes, personally. But that, and the Earth world, and everything, all those different competing political parties are all interesting in Last Order.
Yeah, nothing happens in Battle Angel Alita, more or less.
No.
And then you're like, you're so small, plot. You're so small.
Yeah. Yeah. Just I need to find out, and Nova does some stuff which is mean and bad.
He's a villain that is allowed to exist in the plot.
Yeah, for that movie. I don't know.
It's not as bad as Ghost in the Shell.
No, and the fights are quite well done.
Yes.
I would certainly recommend it.
It's telling one of my least favorite stories from Battle Angel Alita in the most expensive way possible, but it's still a terrible story.
Yeah, and for me, I don't think it's as terrible a story, but it changes up the story in such a way that I get nothing out of it in terms of that story. But it's still a good movie, giving a very simplified version of the plot. Next on the list that we have to keep an eye on the time, we might just split it up into 2. Might as well talk about at least one of the things I have a picture for, which is Love, Death and Robots.
Love, Death and Robots.
Great little Netflix bit.
It is a 13-episode anthology series in the style of The Animatrix, funded and created by the Netflix. Apparently, somehow, David Fincher is connected to this. I don't know how.
Oh, really?
I don't know how or why. Each one is made by a different studio and a different art style.
It's really
they're all
quite interesting.
Their only connective tissue for all of them is that they're all sci-fi based. They don't even all have robots in them.
Nope. Some of them do, some of them don't. There was one really weird, very French-looking one.
The yogurt one?
No, the one about the guy who chokes the hooker out, or shoots the hooker out. She runs away.
Oh, yes, the time loop one, yes.
Yeah.
The 3 that I recommend watching are Sonya's Edge. I think Sonya's Edge?
Yeah, the first one with the...
Good Hunting.
Robots. Yep.
And...
about the British being
and Zima Blue.
Yeah, I would still... Yeah, I'd say there's also different moods. Like, the comedy one with the 3 different robots is still reasonably fine. It's not a huge... It's not too pushy or too edgy. It is, laugh at these weird human things through the lens of a robot, but still... I think the character play between is quite good. But definitely, Zima Blue, top tier.
I mean, some people are saying it was too artsy. I'm like, yes, that's what artsy things are.
Yep, and it was perfect for what it was. It took a simple concept and just flew with it, and it looks beautiful as well.
Some of these are dumb, like the two salesmen in the desert one.
Oh, that one, yeah.
That one just sort of exists.
Yeah, it's just.
There's the vampire one, which is just a vampire one. Remember with the they're in the cave and the dynamite.
Right. Oh, okay, the archaeology.
I was
one.
like,
with the cats as well.
It's just a vampire story.
Yeah, it's a simple vampire story.
There's the second one, or is it the first one with the some people are put into cryo sleep and then they're woken up.
I think that's the second one. Yeah, that's quite a good body horror one.
Because you see something, you're like, oh, that's a person shape. That's not a person shape.
Yeah.
That's definitely not a person shape.
Yeah. You literally, you can't handle the truth. But yeah, I think that's the second one, but that's quite a fun one.
What to say about the in general?
It has a little something for every kind of mood, I'd say.
It has too much. It has so many penises and tits. Everything.
Oh, tits are in everything.
Almost in every single one.
It doesn't matter if the animation style fits it or not, or if anything. I think there was a secret mandate in the show from Netflix. Do what you got to do, but I better see some titties.
Yeah, we need to make sure that we get that hard R rating, and we get to determine ourselves.
Yep.
Even
in some of the really weird
people have been like bringing up cases about like I don't even want to talk about it really.
Well, but don't.
Oh, it's so dumb.
Yeah, especially if people are just being dumb shits about it, especially projecting their own ideologies or philosophies onto it. Then yeah, don't worry about it.
Like I'm not gonna say it's like setting the world on fire. It was fun to watch.
Oh yeah.
And that's it.
It's a great anthology. It's got some really impactful ones. It's got some ones that maybe won't click for you. There's the yogurt one, which is just kind of
exists.
Yeah.
The Hitler one that exists, but it's fine as a comedy one.
Oh, the Hitler one, yeah, we're different universes. It's just like, yeah, I guess that's there.
Hitler touched.
Yeah, different possibilities for what could have been.
But
yeah, no, definitely the I would.
Oh, the werewolf one.
The werewolf one.
The werewolf one where they're in Iraq.
Oh, that one.
Exists.
It has something to it. Yeah, what if you had soldiers that were more powerful in a more natural way than other soldiers, and they're kind of impact and play with the with not only their opponents but their teams as well.
But they're all like racist to the werewolves for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Because they're weird freaks. What else do you need? Woof woof. Yeah, check it out because
it's on. I mean, check it out. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, there's some good content in there.
Everyone has a Netflix basically.
Well, you'll find one way or another. But also, you can just be choosy about what you watch because it is like 3 hours in total. No, if not more. I think we spent a long night watching that.
I don't think any of them are more than like 20 minutes long.
Yeah, individually. But if you tried to watch the whole thing in one stretch, like we did.
Yeah, it's like a very long movie, but it's like maybe 3 hours.
Yeah. Definitely Sonya's good with their cool little scene and the kind of
that movie,
at the end.
That little thing is like what I want the plot of Avatar 2 to be.
And James Cameron's Avatar, not
either.
M. Night Shyamalan's Avatar.
Yeah, use your bending ability to control the reptilian monster to fight in the combat tournament.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can do it, Katara. You can. You're the Avatar. Okay. Now hook up the wires to my neck.
Yep. In the shadows. Yeah.
We watched Happy.
Yeah. I really liked it. Not really, but I enjoyed it. I do like to play with essentially the guy from Law and Order SVU just being a giant asshole in a great way. I really love his character. Just that actor doing that role, because it's such a nice change from what he was doing in the show, or at least on the other side. Not too actually significant from his. Well, no, it's different from his character because he's like trying to be he's still brash and upstanding.
In Law and Order, he is a straight-laced.
Yeah.
Lives for his family.
Mm-hmm.
But
he's still
I don't understand you perverts kind of guy.
Yeah, but he's very aggressive and in your face. But he's doing this in the same way, just being unhinged now, which is quite amusing and fun. And they're creepy villains in there.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if I like this show.
No,
but I like watching it and coming up with theories that never panned out into anything. Like that guy who got shot in the dick in the basement and had all that goop come out of him, and we're like, oh my god, it's imaginary friend blood.
Yeah. This is kind of great because it is Foster's home for the imaginary friends. It meets what would you say, sort of Max Payne or some.
Sure.
Like like a crime thriller drama in LA.
Because apparently the show used up all of the comic book this is based on, so season 2 will completely be made of nothing.
Yeah, well, it's very much like him still being an asshole while trying to be a father to his daughter,
but
with this imaginary friend. Yeah.
I like the imaginary friend is like perhaps the strongest, most interesting selling point in this movie or show, because the idea is like imaginary friends don't exist, but they seem to sort of exist in some sort of actuality in this thing. They're like a pair of eyes.
They have this presence.
They can see things you can't see, so they are not just a imaginary construct for the narrative reasons.
No.
And like there's all sorts of weird implications you could totally get. It's like, is this like mind over matter shit going on? Will this actually come up at all in season 2? Yeah, it's like someone got possessed by a demon in the show, and no one talks about it. Last episode with Blue. Whisper to me.
Oh yeah, okay.
Remember the corpse comes and visits Blue at the prison.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sorry, when you were talking about Blue, I just forgot for a second. But yeah, that's like one of the big mean villains. Yeah. Yep.
I think.
Oh yeah, the whole demon possession thing. Yeah.
I think
weird.
My favorite, because the only joke I'm remembering at the moment, is the part where they're in the garage, and the main character's held hostage, and the 3 guys have guns held to his head. It's like, he's like, I guess this is it. What the fuck are you guys doing? Get some tarps out. You want to clean my fucking skull off the floor?
Yeah. It's like, how could you be so unprofessional, you fucking idiot goons?
God. I love that kind of Tarantino. Well, to me, that's like a Tarantino line. Don't shoot a man in the face. Shoot him in the back of the neck or like through the head, but you don't shoot him in the mouth. You don't shoot him in the face.
No.
You don't leave a nice corpse. How a fucking contrived asshole would do that? Well, you want him dead. You're gonna shoot him in the heart, fucking make him dead.
Yeah.
Why are you gonna fucking shoot him in the face? That's gonna be a horrible mess.
Yeah, no.
Jim?
Just that little break. Just enough. Not enough that it just ruins the entire scene. Like a nice little break there. Yeah.
Obscene logic used for jokes is such a strong concept.
And I must say, the cleaner is like one of the
Smoothie?
Interesting. Yeah.
Smoothie.
Smoothie's a fun part of that.
He is. I want to say like there's like a character I could think. He's like a Sawyer the Cleaner-esque. Like he is like a Black Lagoon character.
Yeah. No, he's definitely a fucking Black Lagoon character for sure.
Wonder why they call me Smoothie? Completely flat.
Yeah. It's beautiful. No, there's a lot of good things with Happy. It's a very.
It feels. I think if I had to say something though, it's really tiring to watch it as a binge.
Oh yeah, no, you don't binge this. Like take an episode or 2 at a time.
Because you're like you really wanted to watch all of it.
I know. Like, I just got.
It was really getting to
great. Me. Yeah, no, I understand that. There's only so much you can do at once. Well, do you want to keep going? Because we're at about 2 hours and.
We'll stop for here.
Yeah,
we'll talk about the other things.
Yeah, we got plenty of time. We'll queue up another podcast because we still got a lot to talk about and some real interesting stuff. So.
Yeah, the other things we'll probably talk at long end about.
Oh, definitely. We still have JoJo.
Oh.
I was hoping to actually finish with JoJo, but I think that's going to take a while. So.
Yes.
And we still have to have JoJo finish.
Yeah. Well, that's only like another.
That's tonight.
15 episodes.
Right? More of it. We've got a new episode coming.
Yeah. Yeah. We've got Spicy Lady.
I don't know if that's still going. Cause that is a 12 episode series.
JoJo?
Oh, Spicy Lady. Sorry, I thought you were referencing the other anime as well.
No, that's over.
No,
that
Spice Girl. Yeah, yes. We were talking about Spice Girl here. Yeah. If you're actually listening to what the characters are saying instead of reading the fucking subtitles. Because what was it? Notorious Chase? Or yes. Notorious B.I.G.
They should have just called it Notorious.
Yeah,
that would have been fine.
Yeah. Ah well. Still, Sticky Fingers, Aerosmith, Little Bomber, Clash, Talking Mouth, yeah. No, there have been some fine moments which I think have played pretty well. They've animated this season.
I still think
quite solidly.
I'm still really cold on it, unfortunately, because part of that is just really boring.
Yeah, but that's not a fault of the anime. The anime is doing a good adaptation.
It's trying as hard as it can.
Yeah, so I can't fault it. But yeah, we will continue with this on. Until next time.
Batman.
Only in your dreams.